In the world of EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web. Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Hit it.
Even par, currently.
Still even par for the day. Let's go over to the fifth hole. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good par, good position on the leaderboard. Hole number 6, 393-yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss hit.
Frank, approach shot here at 6. Good chance to make birdie?
There is. You can almost cut this green into thirds. There's that front third, the left third, and of course the back third.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Pretty good shot right there. And he makes it for par. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. A bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
Frankie.
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, as we watch the Web.com Tour Finals, anyone in particular you think could be a breakout star, someone like a Keegan Bradley who jumped right out onto the PGA Tour and won the PGA Championship in his first ever start in a major?
Well, this player that I'm looking at right now, yes, and I mean you out there. Look at that. A prodigy since the age of 2. A lot of people in the golf world have just been waiting for you to finally get to this point. And, well, time for me to watch, time for you to play.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's no snack, though.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Moving into the second round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. And Frank, you can feel the pressure building.
You certainly can, Rich, and I expect that we're going to see more of what we saw yesterday, which is some fearless golf. And these guys are playing for a PGA Tour card, and they're not backing down.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. Should be safely on deck.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. 14 feet to the hole. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts.
Got it for par. One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par threes, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par three.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee.
They par yesterday. This one for birdie. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, that hurts. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament.
There and the rest of the field, that gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Third shot now from the bunker. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Shame, just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away. Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. And that does it for us here at TPC Sawgrass. Great day, Frank.
Yeah, a chance for the players to play one of the golf courses that has become so famous over the last 25 to 30 years.
For my partner Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long from the TPC Sawgrass and EA Sports. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, a little left to right.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Good chance now after that approach shot for a birdie.
He was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
So they get it to 2 under with that birdie. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit it a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice, high, lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Just a little tap in here. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Chance to get it close here.
Rich, you have to go back to 1983. That's when they started the all-exempt tour. And it took a few years before they started a second tour, and what is now known as the web.com. Over 400 victories have come from players that have graduated from the web.com. And that list of players, the Leymans, the Elses, the Furiks, I mean, the list just goes on and on. They're almost the who's who of golf today.
Matt Kuchar's another guy who's become a PGA Tour superstar, and he put in some time on the web.com tour. Well, that about wraps it up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Really enjoyed it, Frank.
Yeah, it's been a good day out here. Once again, we've seen the golf course give more than it takes.
For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Frank, not close, but not bad either.
You can always make the odd 20-footer, and that's exactly how far they are away.
Oh, I thought he had that.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good effort and good par putt. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. The 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
It's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You've got to buckle up here. Tee it up. This has to be your best swing.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Frank, challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, It's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
This one has a good line. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute. Seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's two little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice.
And he's made the green. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, he's making a statement right now.
And I tell you, I'm one of the listeners right now.
And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Set to go, not an easy shot by any means. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Par yesterday, now for birdie.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there. So they'll tap in. Good effort, good par putt. Frank, not to plant the seed of doubt, but we must deliver the facts here on this telecast. 44 balls in the water a couple of years ago, 28 last year.
Rich, that's the announcer's curse. What will he do?
Not looking good, Frank.
No, I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Well, we've heard about this talent for a long while now. Birdie putt, and a chance to get just one step closer to winning that golden ticket, a chance to play the PGA Tour. Comfortably knocks it in.
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
We talk so much about players' futures. We look at this shot coming up. This man being talked about for many a year. Prodigy, perhaps. But the way he's looked today, I'm starting to be a believer. This surely must be a talent for the future.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity to win the Web.com Tour Championship. He'd settle for par here. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
He needs this for bogey. That's a bogey, but that probably won't hurt. Just a fantastic week.
With great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That one was running so hot. Suddenly a ray of sunshine with that birdie.
There is hope. And on the top 25.
Let's take you down to the 7th hole. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimize the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
Back-to-back birdies, we'll see. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. 8-foot putt here. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back 9 and the 10th hole. It's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
It certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards, and then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that, you'll scratch your head.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Struck that one pure, about 8 feet away. Beautifully done. Shouldn't be a problem here. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Oh boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually, he tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game, so why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you look at the equipment that the players were using in days, and these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favour again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest golf courses. This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. It's second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Getting set now over the putt. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Second shot now at the second hole. That would be a great look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up. A par on this hole yesterday. Frank, that looked good to me. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
That's a solid par putt. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
Well, the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
Has hit a good drive here at the third. Down there, a good ways and in the fairway. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Good putt. Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. He'll have a good chance. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard fifth hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the bombers, too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory McIlroys, that's nearly doable, but if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes. And with that birdie, tied at the top. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Just a beautiful approach shot. Settles in over the putt. Thundering up the leaderboard, 10 under par for the tournament. What a birdie. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side. And then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green. That's an absolute beauty.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5 eighth. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just a couple of feet. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
Yeah, you could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all.
Well read.
There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Good roll. Now another short par 4. It's only 389 yards. But Frank, where could a player go off course, so to speak, at this 14th?
Well, this is a hole where you have to play your own game. If you're a longer hitter, I think you can challenge that bunker and knock it over there. And if you're shorter player, you should be only looking at that left side. You're always going to feel like you've left something out there on a hole like this. You always think you could have done the other option. But this is where you've got to stick to what you think is your game plan. So this is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Score that a birdie. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green. Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
Second from an excellent lie. Setting up for an approach shot here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards. But again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This putt is to win the Career Builder Challenge. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory.